gente, Uberground Entrevista de volta, dessa vez com atração internacional. Eu conversei com o Zac, baterista da Hanson, que em breve vai estar em turnê pelo Brasil. E você vai conferir tudo na íntegra, só aqui no Uberground Entrevista. Fica ligado, fica ligada. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Thanks for wanting to talk.
Pleased to meet you. And I have to say that for our city, we live in Uberlândia. Yeah, and will be the first time ever that Hanson will be performing here. And it's one of the greatest concerts that people are waiting for.
Oh, well, we're so excited we love that after this many years of being a band, we still get to go to new places,
Yeah, and I had friends that when they knew about the tour and see the cities where are you stopping by, they started booking hotels, flights, and buy the tickets. So I think that you were in Brazil 4 or 5 times.
Yes. This what do we call it? Lockdown period has made it longer than normal. But yeah, we love Brazil. We've had great experiences, and I think it's 4 or 5 times. Now you get into my memory. I have bad memory for dates.
Zac, I will not ask about kids, okay? But I have congratulations for the family. And tell me one thing. It's been 30 years of Hanson, and in this year, the first compact disc will become 40 years. So when you started to listen to the music, it's very different right now from your parents and now your kids. How they consume music today?
Yeah, it's really wild because we've been a band for long enough that we've seen this change from cassette tapes right through digital music in CD form, and then obviously into MP3s, and then into now streaming, where many people don't buy anything at all, right? They simply subscribe and they have access to everything. And that's the way my kids are, right? They're listening to streaming music all the time, and they love music, but they have everything at their fingertips. And it changes the way people hear songs and think about albums. And I think us as artists, rather than railing against it, we have to try and find a way to grow with it. And because it's such a positive for fans to be able to listen to whatever they want, whenever they want, that now it's up to us to kind of say, how do we meet you there? And of course, how do fans support artists when they're not buying albums is totally a thing.
Oh, that's great. And in this concert, you will be performing songs of all career, and you have the green, blue, red thing. Tell me about the process. That I read that it was the first time that you worked in 3 pieces, separated and put all this together. How was that?
Yeah, so normally we would write and produce everything as a group, and 3 decades in, you're always looking for ways to add to the story. How do we go deeper with our fans? How do we find new ways to share about what makes our band unique? And I think it is really unique that we have 3 guys who could be lead singers, and 3 guys who write songs, and 3 guys who can produce their own songs, right? And so what better way to talk about that than to do it? And so Taylor wrote 5 songs, Isaac wrote 5 songs, and I wrote 5 songs. And it is the first time we've ever actually done this, especially in such a public way. We all write and produce and do things for other people, but to do it as Hanson, it seemed like I think it's uniquely powerful, because I think the world has experienced something that really divided everyone, these last years. And this is a way to say sometimes we divide so that we can lift up, right? I love the idea of just being a fan of Taylor and hearing what he did and getting to talk about what he did as a fan. I mean, I played drums on it, I sang on it, but it's still really, it's something he was the author of. And the same for Isaac. And hopefully I think our fans feel the same way, especially this long. We've been a band so long. I think it's more curious. It's not about taking us apart. It's about finding out more about who we are. And hopefully what it does is it makes people listen to the old music with even more intensity, listening for the sounds and the styles and the taste of each brother in what they've already known for years.
Yes, and I think that this is the motivation for our band, for the live music. I think that during the pandemic times, we miss it so badly. You are with 20,000 people, but you can have a unique experience. So you are playing that song for 30 years, and then you will be performing in front of people that have never, ever heard that. Give me chills talk about that.
No, you're right. There's an amazing, the combination of those two things is sometimes hard to put together in kind of a rational way. Like that, a song like Gomba, right? We'll be playing it for people for the first time, even though that some of them have heard it for 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But that's still unique and special, and it's a moment and a memory. And the smells and the sounds and the sights and the touches kind of all come together to create this special thing. And particularly, I can imagine, I know what it was like in Oklahoma, to not have concerts and for people to be separated and how hard that was. But I think for the Brazilian culture, which is there's so much sensory, music and touching and dancing and that such a thing. I think it would be even harder there to not have concerts and not have those festival moments that bring people together.
Yes, and being on the road and you almost hitting the road right now, how's that feeling of, oh yes, we're going to the backstage in the dress room, wake up, check out the instrument, people, that craziness?
Well, there's an incredible amount of anticipation. And what I would say is you almost have a different kind of family, right? There's your family at home, and then there's the family you create when you're on tour. The people, the techs, the musicians that work with us, the bus drivers. You become this little unit, and it's a very special thing of this shared experience of years of your life. And so, kind of, I missed that, and I look forward to that. The connection with fans every day, coming out to a new place, and kind of the challenge of what are we going to change about the show? What are we going to practice for this set, for this city? Is there anything we should do because this is the first time or the 10th time we're coming to a place? It's something that you miss, and I've spent my whole life doing it. So I sort of feel like I haven't quite been myself, for 2 years, and now I get to return to being me. I do like being home. I do like spending all this time with my kids, and that kind of has felt really special. Something I've never had before. My wife, we've been married for 16 years, and she's like, I've never seen you this much, right? That is such a great thing for such terrible reasons. I miss that, but it is time to get back to playing, definitely.
Yes, I show sometimes you have thousands and millions of views of streamings, but nothing compares to live concerts, right?
Absolutely. There's the truth is, even 100 people in a room, it is something really, really special that you can't compare that energy and that feeling of that moment. I think, everyone knows that intuitively, that it's something we need. And as artists, I think we feel it more, almost like it's our job, it's our calling to bring the world together, to sort of heal the world through. You realize when you go to a show, like many people of many different walks of life still show up at the same place to enjoy that same song. And they might not have thought that they had a connection. They might have thought that they were very different, yet they find these places where they are the same. And so that's, I think, one of these big things we've been missing over these last couple of years is just that realization that we are the same in so many ways, and that's our job to kind of remind people of that.
Yes, and during this time, we have the advance of the social medias. You can chat sometimes with the fans. They can see your life, and it's give something for the fans too, right? And now on the road, oh my God, I can't imagine how it's going through their head.
Well, and the technology is wonderful. I know that for me, I use the technology as a way to stay connected with my family when I'm on the road, FaceTime videos with kids, or even online video gaming after shows where I'm chatting with my sons and playing games and things like that. So, I mean, it's hugely powerful to bring people into environments. We use live streaming for all kinds of Hanson events that help us connect with fans in places like Brazil or Australia, New Zealand, or Japan, places that we don't get to go as much. It makes the world smaller in such a positive way.
Yeah.
But it can't ever replace, actually being in a room together. I am so excited that we will be coming to Brazil, and that we will see you all while we're there. Some of you for the very first time. It's going to be an amazing show of all kinds of Hanson music, and we hope to see you.
Thank you so much, and have a great tour.
See you in October. Thank you.
Você confere aí as datas dos shows do Hanson no Brasil, e para ficar mais bem informado, acesse a página da banda, hanson.net.
It's a pleasure, and I'd like to invite you to give a message for the fans in Uberlândia. And if you could say the Uberground, is my website, and TV Universitária, that is the TV where I work. So I'm reporting for the TV and the website.
Okay.
How do we do that?
Say the two again, one more time. The TV and the website are
TV Universitária.
Okay.
Uberground.
Okay. Oh, I'm so terrible. I'm going to.
You can say that English. Universitária TV, Uberground website. The fans from Uberlândia come to see Hanson for the first time ever.